What's going on, guys? Welcome to ZAZ TP. I got James in the house here. I see his little, he got his war room behind us, so we'll dive into that too for sure.
Yeah.
Um, hey guys, appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna get a quick little connect. Me, and James. We go back, say like 4 years now.
Yeah. We're approaching 5 now.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years. You get older, you start forgetting shit. But yeah, everything. Most of my connects are something related with work or whatever. But I'll let James kind of tell his own story. But yeah, we connected at work. We've done some business together now. We are colleagues. We work on the same team directly, indirectly. So um, but anyway, hey, James, man, with a quick little intro, tell us a little something about you, man. I don't want to steal your thunder, man. Tell us how great you are.
Yeah, perfect. Oh, yeah, we met, 5 years ago? I started with the contract security world after I retired from, the Coast Guard. I know you like to tease me a little bit for my stuff in the back. 23 years, prior enlisted, made my shift over to the officer side, then retired and came back to Connecticut. No intentions to come back to Connecticut, but, the chips fell the way that they did. I'm really glad that I did because I got to meet some great people, yourself included. I feel
That's
like
the most important.
yeah, right. But all jokes aside, right? I felt like we had a good connection. You've been really great mentor wise. So it's just kind of gone from there, right? Things have built, and I feel like you've become a trusted advisor for me. So it's been cool to kind of see how things are going and your projects that you work on the side. This is your new little thing you're going on, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you joining, man. And not for nothing. I always tease everyone, but I tip my hats off for anyone that have had a career with law enforcement, any career, 20 plus years with anything. Definitely the military, law enforcement. It's a tough thing, and I cannot say I have captured that moment. Because I don't know, I get bored, and also I chase the dollar so damn much. So I might be leaving tomorrow. You
Yeah.
never know. But anyway, I have a few more good rides in me. I'm kind of getting a little long in the tooth. So, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe I got 5 or 6 more good years in me before I try to sit back and relax. But
Yeah.
hey, dude, I appreciate you here. In Connecticut, y'all got like really shit on with the weather, right? What's the weather there?
Yeah, so I measured out back, it was about 24 inches. I would say that's a little bit of the snow drift. So for the last 2 days, we've just been snow blowing. It's been gross. Um,
I don't
Kids
miss
love
that.
yeah, I come back here, I hate the cold. Not a huge fan of the snow. But it is what it is. It's pretty. I'll say that. Um, but outside of that, yeah, it was cold and I don't want to do more shoveling, no more snow blowing. Say that.
Why don't you hire someone to do that, man?
Because I'm cheap.
Okay, I get
Yeah.
it.
No, you know what? In some ways, I was talking to my neighbor. It's actually kind of therapeutic out there, kind of pressing the lines and getting it going.
Right.
So,
When I was up in Canada, man, it'll all be some old person dead shoveling the snow. Yeah, stroke
y-
out, snow too heavy, still think they have it, you
yeah,
know.
exactly.
But
But yeah, the weather, hopefully it'll let up. We might get more actually. Hopefully not, but
yeah, I think they said Saturday, right? You're supposed to get
yeah.
more than you got before.
Yeah. What are you like 78 degrees right now?
Um, no, actually, it actually got pretty cold. It got like feels like 20 something, but it was down to the low 30s. The wind chill kind of dropped it down, but they
Yeah.
predicted a whole lot. And I'm the southwest of the Houston part.
Yeah.
So we barely kind of got away with it. A little bit of rain, a little bit of sleet, just the cold weather. So the ice didn't, accumulate on the power lines and tear anything down. So we did pretty well
Yeah.
um, with the weather. And right now, I mean, it did get up to like, almost 50 degrees earlier, but
Okay.
it's dropping down now. That's one thing I can't say. The wintertime is fairly decent here.
Yeah.
Summertime, I said it numerous times, it's pretty brutal with the
Yeah.
humidity. What's back there in the back, man? You got your shadow box. So I talked to her about what's on the right hand side, the left hand side, the
Yeah.
middle.
Well, before I say that, what's kind of funny is I was looking at the thing the other day. So I'm remodeling the office a little bit. And I sat there and I was kind of staring at it and I was like, fucking 23 years of my life, one box. 23 years. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
you can spread it out some, make a bigger box.
oh yeah, no, but I just what I mean is like 23 years of your life, right? That, you know, miss birthdays, miss anniversaries, holidays, whatever else it is, like all of that exists inside that box. That's it, right? Like
It's
you walk
true.
away and, the service itself, my time was great, but the people, those are the people in the memories is what you carry, right? You don't
Right.
hear anything else beside that. But yeah, so that actually, I have a friend of mine, Chuck. He's the one who actually built the box for me.
Okay.
We have really similar upbringing in the Coast Guard as far as like what we did professionally. The left and side, right side of it are my promotion certificates. I transferred over from the senior enlisted side to a warrant officer, and then later
Okay.
on, I made a push even further for that. I went from warrant officer to the officer side and retired as an '03 lieutenant. So, uh,
Okay. Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Hey, so those 23 years, you married it?
Say that again.
Those 23 years, were you married somewhere in between those?
Yeah. So I was married once, got divorced, and then married a second time now, just on the tail end. I think I got remarried 5 days after I retired.
Okay. All right. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
kind of, I grew my beard out when I started retiring. And, when we were going to do the wedding, she's like, "Will you wear a uniform?" And I was like, "Listen, I'll meet you in the middle. I'll wear my dinner dress for the ceremony, but then I'm going to change out into, you know, a suit." And she's like, "Okay." And then I was like, "Well, I got to shave the face." And she likes the beard.
Right.
Right? You gotta shave the face. I was like, I can't put the uniform on with a beard, right?
Yeah.
And
You
so
look like shit.
yeah, like, "Man, you're retired. Who cares?" I'm like, it's the point. You just can't. It's like putting it on and wearing green socks. It just doesn't
Right.
happen.
The only disciplined Coast Guard guy you ever would meet.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But it was good. It was a good career. I got to do some really cool shit.
Yeah.
What's really, really cool now is looking at some of the stuff that's happening, all politics aside from what's causing it. But some of these guys that I grew up with are now doing some really good work. Some guys I got to train as my students, kind of seeing them really grow and flourish. So like that aspect is really neat to look back and kind of see how they're really getting into the thick of things. So um, it's cool. It's cool to look back and reflect on it and stuff like that. So unfortunately, most of the guys that I talk with now, they're all to that point. They're growing beards and retiring and whatever else. So 2, 3 years from now, I'm not going to know a fucking damn person. Still in the Coast Guard. So, and you still get people like, "Oh, you know this person?" I'm like, There's 55,000 of us." No.
Right. Right.
So
Coast Guard.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
but
I
yeah,
think Coast Guard Homeland Security now, right?
yeah,
Okay. Department of Transportation in my days.
yeah, yep,
I had to throw that out there for you.
yeah, of course, yeah.
Just a
Well, it was a good run, and then
little thing.
you call me the day before Veterans Day, say, "Hey, happy almost Veterans Day."
Yeah, almost. You almost made it.
Yep,
Coach put me in.
yep. Yeah, it was good. I appreciate it. I got to go to a lot of cool places, meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I was in Hawaii. They have the Coast Guard place there is like off the chain. It's been like I guess like 6, 7 years, probably 7 years since I've been there, but
Yeah,
super nice. The whole setup was nice. All the Navy people went down there just to party over there. That little smaller annex that they had.
yeah.
So it was really good, man.
I mean,
How
we're always by the beach.
yeah, yeah. Um, so dude, here we go. We here. You gave me a good idea. Say, well, actually, gave me a few good ideas. So one of them was my story time.
Yeah,
I've been adopting it ever since. And the other one, I always ask people for comments and at the end about
yeah,
what they want. So I'm really going to just kind of dive into one of your suggestions, man. People love the stories, man. You got to give us a once upon a time with anything, whether it's your Coast Guard thing, whether that's the old lady that died shoveling the snow, your neighbor. I don't know. You
yeah.
got you got to get the audience something, man. I got to throw a teaser on Instagram there. No, you got something.
All right, a story. Shit.
I know. We both share a story about one individual, but I
Well,
don't want to. I don't want to hurt his little punk ass feelings.
yeah,
He might be lurking this channel, this platform, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden, he's all crying and shit.
yeah. Yeah, put me on the spot now. A story. Let's see if I can come up with a good Coast Guard story. Well, so I don't know if you remember this. When I interviewed on the contract side, you and Rick were present for that. We
That's
started
right.
talking about our experiences and whatever else. And I had mentioned that I did a year in Saudi Arabia, and I watched your eyes perked up, right? You were like,
Oh
"Let me see
yeah,
this
yeah,
guy's full of shit," right? So things that I remember. One, you were like, "Oh, where were you in Saudi Arabia?"
yeah,
And you know when you ask that question, and then for that half a second, your brain goes blank, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I spent a good portion of it in Kobar, right?
All right.
And then I spent a good portion of it in Jeddah. Um, but it was just kind of funny because I saw you looking at me like, all right, you said you were there. Now let's actually see if you were there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
But
gotta check them. Like they
yeah,
start bringing
right.
up stuff like, interesting.
Yeah. So, but what was people ask all the time, right? What was it like over there? So one of the things is it's an extremely conservative country, right? As far as and I'll take it for face value from my experiences, right? So you're not going to go out to the bar and stuff like that. It's a dry country as far as that. But the consulates operate a little bit differently over there. And because of the location that we were at and the job that we were doing, Thursdays we go to the consulate, and you would go to the tea room where you could get like alcohol and stuff like that, and they would have like their steak parties and whatever else. But I feel like a lot of people would always they thought that the dryness and the conservative aspect of it is how the whole place was.
Right.
And we would go to some of these like consulate parties, and the only way I could explain was it was the ultimate high school party. The cops were not showing up, and your fucking parents weren't coming home. Like that, there was no way. Like just to see the wild shit that like was going on there, it would just it blew my mind. Well, maybe not really a story, but more of an
No,
experience.
that makes plenty of sense. All right.
A good 15 months. It was a eye-opening 15 months for me.
Yeah.
And you got to work with the Saudi Arabia National Guard, which was pretty cool.
Nasty guard.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The Roy guard, NASCAR. They'd be tripping sometimes. Yeah, it's almost like even when I work with some of the army from India and stuff. I mean, you get some
yeah,
really really sharp folks, and then the bigger organization itself, we were like, oh my goodness, these are just warm bodies.
yeah,
I don't even know where to even begin. It's
yeah,
it's, it's insane. And the same thing. I work with a lot of the Royal Guards, the National Guards and stuff in Saudi.
yeah.
And it's the same thing. You have some really good sharp folks, and then just the bigger organization, just a body.
Well, we're on the compound too, like, and
Yeah.
man, these Air Force dudes that we would hang out with, I don't know where their money came from or what they were getting, but they had all kinds of toys. And I remember one night we were just hanging out, and my roommate comes like ripping around the corner on a quad, like on the street, just like power sliding around the corner, and I'm like, where the fuck does this quad come from? But yeah, like some of the stuff that those guys were doing over there, just I don't know, man.
I reached out to Ed, man. I'm gonna have Ed on here, man.
Yeah,
He says he's gonna jump on, and also Maurice, he said, oh, we should do a conference together. I got to figure that out. I'm not that technical right
yeah,
now. I'm pretty good, just getting you and I on this thing right now. But
yeah,
yeah, I'm for sure gonna have multiple folks on the platform.
yeah,
It's just a matter of me kind of tweaking and playing with the settings.
yeah.
But yeah, dude. So hey, when you're not working, which I know you work a whole lot, what else did you yeah make you tick? What's your hobbies, man?
What makes me tick? So the kids are my hobbies, right?
Mine is there.
Yeah, yeah. Aside from that, though, I enjoy CrossFit. I'm not a CrossFit weirdo. Unfortunately, I only go a couple days a week. That's
Okay.
not because work taking over. It's also, I'm a little bit lazy right now, but it is what it is. Outside of that, my youngest son, Mason, he plays hockey. Actually, you asked for a story. Here we go now. Here's a couple of things.
I got it now. Let's do it.
So I meet my wife, and she was like, hey, my son plays hockey and blah, 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 blah. So after, when we decided we were like going to get married together or
Right.
whatever. So she tells me, she was like, hey, just so you know, hockey parents are different. Right. And listen, my oldest son, he played sports. Camden, he played sports, whatever else. I'm like, everyone always says parents are different. Hockey parents, that shit's different. And I'll tell you why. First off, the season starts in August and it ends in April.
Okay.
These are like 13-year-old kids playing a 9-month sport, which I don't understand. number one. Number two, we go to tournaments like every other month, right? It's the price of a vacation, right, to go to these things. But it'll be a Saturday morning at like 9 o'clock, and these moms are showing up, Kahlua and coffee, champagne in the cups. I mean, they're like, it's like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. They're ready to go, and they're going hard all weekend. So we have a place in New Hampshire that we go up to. We go to a tournament. We've done it twice now. Maybe we'll do it next year. We rented this giant house, and there was like 5 or 6 families that all rented it together. From Thursday night until Sunday afternoon, it was like this consistent party. And I don't understand what their livers are doing. I like there's 15 kids, 13-year-olds running around the house. The parents are going wild. Like it's just I took a picture one day, like the rack of alcohol that was on the board or on the table, and it was just going from sun up to sundown.
I mean, what else they going to do? It's cold as hell outside, man.
Yeah, no shit. And it's like, and it's just, and it's constant go hard the whole time. And the parents, like, parents are talking shit to each other back and forth. And yeah, some of the other sports, but it's just different. I don't even know how to explain it. And I don't understand hockey, right? I only understand it at like face value for what my son plays. But outside
Right.
of that, like, these parents are insane.
You understand the wallet, man. It's expensive, right? It's expensive
Yeah.
as yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
I didn't have access to something like that growing up. So,
yeah, I mean, you have a silver spoon in your mouth, man. What you mean?
yeah. So, but yeah, so there's been some funny stuff. Some parents getting kicked out, not allowed to come back, and whatever else, and
That'll
it's
be
it's
me.
yeah,
That'll be one of those parents, man.
yeah,
Fuck all of
yeah,
y'all.
yeah, yeah. So that's when people say, "What do you like to do?" Right, and I say the kids because like that takes up so much time. Like tonight, after we do this, Mason's got practice at 9 o'clock tonight. We're gonna go to practice from 9 to 10. We're gonna do it tomorrow night. We'll do it Thursday, and then we got games this weekend. So in between that, I get to the gym a couple days a week, talk
Your
shit
wife
about
into CrossFit as well?
uh, she's not anymore. So she had an injury that she's still recovering from. So she's doing some stuff with a personal trainer, doing some stuff downstairs here. She's in way better shape than I am. So she needs a lot less fitness than I do.
Right.
But yeah, so she did it for years. That's actually how we met. So
Okay. All right. Oh, she picked you up with CrossFit. All right.
yeah,
That's
so
how you booked her? Okay.
yeah, well, so she's
So you said, say, hey, what's up? How you doing?
well close. So whenever I approach things, like I overanalyze.
Did you do a flex and rip your shirt off and everything like
No, no, you're gonna laugh. So, I don't know if this falls in the category of white people shit,
that? Okay.
but you'll laugh because I know you tell me that I overanalyze things all the time. So, but this case it worked out. Here's how the analysis happened. So the way that we met that day, I was in town for something else. I was living in Virginia at the time. So I come up to visit my father, and I'm like, hey, I gotta get to the gym. I gotta like get some stress out, whatever. So I was gonna go to one place in one town. I showed up and it was closed for the day. So I messaged my best friend and I'm like, hey, where should I go? And he's like, go to the one in Glastonbury, go to the one in town. So I was like, all right. So I drive to the one in town and then she's there. Um, Come to find out, Mason, our youngest son, he didn't feel good that day, and he said, "Hey, he was too young for her to like leave him at home, so she was going to stay home." And then at last minute, he was like, "Hey, mom, let's just go to the gym." So she went an hour later. I had shown up from another gym that I went to an hour later class. So I would have either been to the earlier one, I would have missed her, or if she had gone to the early one, she would have missed me. So that's the first part of how that whole thing happened. The second part, which is funny, was the coach was like, "Hey, we're gonna pair people up, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's pretty cute. I'm gonna try to get paired with her." So I did a real quick analysis. I counted how many people were in the class,
Right.
and I was like, "All right, there was 8 of us." So I knew I needed to stand next to her, and I needed to be on the 4 on one side, just in case he said, "You 4 over here and you 4 over here," or he might have said 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Right. Right.
So I made sure that I was in that category. So I made sure that I paired up with her. Like there was no question in that. And then I started talking to her, and
Start
she looked,
analyzing everything.
yeah, and then she looked a lot younger than me too. And I was like, man, this girl's like in her 20s,
Yeah. You're like, she
40.
wants me.
Yeah. I was like, all right, little man. So that's how we met. That's like how the story started. We've changed it.
Uh,
and then the next time I saw her, I brought a Cookie Monster donut for her son. But
Okay.
come to find out, she's this big health nut, and she's like, "This kid just brought me a pound of sugar for my child." But it all worked out. So, yeah, that's how we met. So,
All right. All right. That's
yeah.
what's up. I mean, you know what? I gotta get her on the show, man. She probably tell me totally different.
Oh man, and
She like this dude
she looks
just
younger than me. She's more athletic than me, and she's smarter than me. I don't know. She makes really bad choices when it comes to men. I don't know.
yeah,
That's
that's
the
a
only
plus though, man. That's good.
yeah,
It's good, man.
yeah, yeah,
You know, as long as you didn't tell me Bill Cosby or something like that, you
yeah,
know, you good.
yeah,
And that's when
um,
I drugged her ass.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's been good. It's been a good 8 years or so. We just hit 5 years married. So, um,
Okay. Yeah. It's a
we
good
should
run. It's a good run.
yeah, hopefully she'll still put up my bullshit for a while.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Don't be a quitter, man.
yeah,
Yeah, no quitter. You have one more in you, but I think you're good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you straight. You know,
yeah.
you survived 23 years at the Coast Guard. I think you can make
Yeah, but that's like surviving 23 years in, like, Boy Scouts, you know what I mean? You show up, do a good job.
23, 23 years of anything consistent, you know, being consistent in is pretty
Yeah,
sturdy. Some starting
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
you know, usually about 5, 6 years, man, I get crazy. So, you know, I'm doing pretty well now, you know, because tip about
yeah.
it, oh man, I gotta get the hell out of here.
I did the same thing, though. I have to be continuously stimulated, right? Like,
Yeah,
it can't be like, show up, push button, show up, push button, show up, push button. It has to be like, push this button and see what happens,
yeah,
right? That's kinda how I have to be. If I don't have a continuous stimulation, then I'll get bored real fast.
yeah, I can relate to that
Yeah,
in many occasions.
yeah, but yeah, and then unfortunately all the jobs that I've had since I've retired, they've been relatively stimulating.
Yeah, and also, you know, it kind of challenge you to do something else.
Yeah,
So that's one thing I do like where I'm at now. It's always some constant change or
yeah,
continuous improvement. We always have to, you know, not reinvent the wheel, but you know, think of some things that's going to change and make things in a better place.
yeah,
And that's good. And we having change and change and change, but eventually, you know, the dust settles and you look at a product that you made, you're like, all right, cool. You know, that's what's
yeah,
up. Um, anyway, dude, you know, listen, I'm gonna wrap this on up. I try to like keep it under like, you know, 30 minutes or so.
yeah.
But I'm gonna circle back around with you and I'm gonna steal one of your other ideas too. Hey guys, if it's something you want to hear about the Coast Guard, something that, you know, James kind of sparked the interest on you, throw it in the comments, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, give me some feedback. I'm throwing a teaser on Instagram a few days later. I'm gonna throw the whole video on the YouTube. Definitely like I said, definitely subscribe to it and be waiting for it. So if you see it on Instagram a few days later, I'm gonna put the whole entire video on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. And you know, James, stay on the line. I'm gonna you know, in the video, we're gonna circle around with powwow a little bit. All right, hey guys,
Sounds good.
appreciate listening. Later.